Good morning and welcome to the new episode of Dr. Lamba's Awakening Call. Most of the minorities are horrified when Hindutva forces talk of Akhand Bharat. Now, Akhand Bharat, according to the Hindu forces, was a reversal of the history. And the reversal of the history is never accepted. That's a fact. The term Akhand Bharat was propounded way back in 1937 by V. Sarvakar. And he was speaking at the annual session of the Hindu Mahasabha, and he referred to the geography of an undivided India, which at that time included Burma. Because at that time the concept of Pakistan and Bangladesh wasn't there, but he wanted Burma, he wanted Nepal. Now, Hindu nationalists have long dreamt of a greater India, Maha Bharat. Maha means great. And they aspire to rebuild a nation, matching the size and the glory of the ancient India, undivided India, and the Hindu Rashtra. The RSS workers and the BJP leaders have always pushed these aims, and that has horrified the secularists and the minorities. There's no doubt that both projects are daring and excite many Hindus and non-Hindus alike. And honestly speaking, sometimes I marvel at the people. I marvel at the people who support it, and I marvel at the people who oppose it. The people who support it think that they are enhancing the Hindu power by including the Muslim-dominated Pakistan and Bangladesh into India. And I'm amazed at the Muslims who oppose it because it gives them a greater say. If you look at the whole thing dispassionately, you will find that a Akhand Bharat concept, as propounded by RSS and BJP, is anti-Hindu project. It's not pro-Hindu. Recreating Akhand Bharat is unrealistic, and established a Hindu Rashtra is ultimately self-defeating. However, the Maha Sangh, what I have, the Maha Bharat, Maha Akhand Bharat is an expensive version, and we say the territories that constituted the 3rd century BC empire of Chandragupta Maurya. And that would incorporate the modern day nations of Afghanistan, Pakistan, India, Nepal, Burma, Tibet, Bhutan, and Bangladesh. And can you believe that thing happening in the 21st century? No way. Now look at this too. Shall I say the non-thinking capability of the proponents and the opponents of Akhand Bharat. Presently, for example, Hindus in a sense which are presently understood account for 108 crores in India. In Akhand Bharat, their number will increase to 112.38, so let's say 113 crores. At the same time, the populations of the Muslims and the Christians combined will swell to 65 crores and 6 crores respectively, compared to the present one, that is 22 crores and 4 crores in the present day India. So, the Hindus in Akhand Bharat will constitute 59.45% of the majority. Today, Hindus have 79.8%. So, if it is 59, that's 20% less than what it is. Look at the electoral difference. The electoral difference would be annihilated. Muslims, Christians combined with the secularists, giving them support, will in fact be a majority. And if you read my book, The Islamic Art of War, you would have seen that wherever the Muslims have a monolith majority of 25%, then they aspire to rule, and 30% nobody can stop them from ruling. So the share of the Christians would see a gradual decline, yes, but the Buddhists will provide a further ground, and quite possible they might join hands with the religious ones. So there is harmful to the proponents of Akhand Bharat to have Akhand Bharat, and it's the benefit of anti-Akhand Bharatis to have not to have Akhand Bharat. So the reunifying is not possible. In 1965, Jansang, the earlier incarnation of Bharatiya Janata Party, passed a resolution that Akhand Bharat would be a reality. In 2012, before becoming the Prime Minister, Narendra Modi clarified his thinking that Akhand Bharat does not mean wage war on any country. Without war, though popular constant, it can happen. And that's again, as I said, not feasible because the Muslims in Pakistan and Bangladesh would not think that they are likely to have more power if they combine. So as recently as December 2015, this issue turned into a major controversy. There was a comment yesterday by Mr. Singh Jaspal, and he said that, look, we used to have an Akhand Bharat in a different shape, that when he was a student, the teachers would be from different parts of the country, and they would behave in a manner that you had a picture of a unified India. Yes, but here it's different. Now, coming back to the political aspect, that's a cultural aspect, and that's what I'm going to emphasize. Today, remarkably, both BJP and RSS have abandoned the goal of Akhand Bharat, and you would not find a statement in the mission statement of either group. And that is, I think, because they have understood that Akhand Bharat is against the interest of the Hindus, which they uphold and cherish. Now, in 2012, again, Modi had said it will be good for Pakistan when they become part of United India. And if Pakistan, Bangladesh, Afghanistan, Hindustan become one, then the Muslim majority will increase. That will be easier for the Hindustan to become an Islamic country. So Modi understood it. Very shrewd person. Mr. Modi, the Prime Minister, is a very shrewd person. What I'm telling you today, he must have calculated that this is basically pro-Islam. And with this majority, they would easily be able to rule the whole of India. And Ghazwa Hind would become a reality. So that's why now the BJP and RSS do not talk of Akhand Bharat. It's easy to call it. And the chief danger it would be that it will convert India into a theocratic state similar to Pakistan, weaken the national unity, encourage fiscal tendencies, raise greater internal strife, and hurt India's image. So Indian nationalists are going by two theories behind their push for Hindu nationalism. One, they say Hinduism is inherently secular. Hence India would not become another Pakistan. That's not going to happen. Let's be very clear. Even if they are secular, then the other parties may not be secular. And negative and positive, and they combine the what they say in mathematics, minus and plus is minus. Minus multiplied by plus is minus, not plus. Plus 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 is 1. Minus plus minus is 1, 0. And minus plus plus is again 0. Minus. So when Indian Muslims realize that they would become more at the mercy of the majority, communist type would end. No, it would not. So religious fervor is a very slippery slope. Hence, my concept of Maha Akhand Bharat would not be a political union, it would be a cultural union. You remember at the time of Chalukyas, Mauryas, Hindu culture was not only in India and these other countries, Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Burma, Thailand. No. It was in all the Central Asian republics. It was in Latin America, and as I told last time, there are temples in Latin America, architectures in Latin America. I have seen a temple to Vishnu in Kazakhstan myself. So, that means you use your soft power based on your technological progress, coupled with your cultural and spiritual progress. And the best example is Indonesia. Now, Indonesia, the name of the airline is Garuda. Ganesh is on the, and the Garuda and the Ganesh are worshipped, not as gods, but as a cultural deities. And as I told you, I had a meeting with President Suharto, and I asked him this question that Ganesh is a sign which I see everywhere in the presidential palace, and Garuda is your international airline, and you are Islamic, the largest Muslim country in the world. Why? And he said, Dr. Lamba, we changed our religion. We did not change our culture. So that gave me a key of thinking that why not use this cultural aspect to expand your power. So if coupled with your technological progress, which is there for India, your capability to have enhanced defense mechanism, which you can use as an umbrella to the small countries, they'll be content if you give them assurance, look, you will not be harmed, will be your elder brother, period. So, the Hindu nationalists who do not wish to create in India, where a segment of the population lives in constant fear as aliens, it'll be good. Culturally, even now, people in Pakistan have the same rituals. For example, I'll tell you, this concept of Mehndi is basically not Islamic, but it was adopted by Islam and has now become more Islamic than it was a part of Hinduism. Sari, basically Indian dress, is a loved dress both in Pakistan and in Bangladesh. So the cultural inroads are there. The only thing is you have got to channelize them properly. And once you do it, then you have won the bigger battle. How did the Britain and the English language Britain? It was not only because of the empire, it was because of the cultural power. Now, this Maha Akhand Bharat would have to be based on the principles of liberty, of individualism, egalitarianism, and laissez-faire. Its structure would provide absolute autonomy to the countries you wish to associate with, and they'll be duly delegated. So Bharat Mahasangh or Maha Akhand Bharat would have to be rooted in genuine secularism and not the pseudo variety that allows the governments to interfere. So one of the parts would be to tell these governments, okay, we are your elder brother. And then as such, you have got to understand. Now granted, in the beginning, this would only attract Hindu-minded states like Nepal, Bhutan, but it will also attract, as I said, the more secular Muslim countries like Bangladesh. It will attract, of course, Burma, Myanmar. It will attract Thailand, definitely, and Indonesia, absolutely. And then it will attract at least 12 Central Asian republics. At the same time, you extend it to the Latin America, you extend it to places like Fiji, places like Nauru, and in Caribbean. And you can be sure that this Maha Akhand Bharat would be accepted. And if structured and pursued properly, it would interest the Buddhist-minded states like Sri Lanka, Myanmar, Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam. And in all its glory, Maha Akhand Bharat would attract later on, of some time, Afghanistan, Pakistan and Bangladesh. So if greater India is your dream, and if you want to make this dream a success, then the best thing is to think in the terms of using soft power to become a super state. Because that way you would be three largest, one of the top three largest countries as far as the land mass is concerned. You will have saved billions of dollars in unnecessary defense mechanism, but you will have spent more. And then it is sort of, a new relationship. So, and gradually you can extend the political power, but that has to be done very obliquely. So Maha Akhand Bharat would be something which would be accepted, and there will be no demur from the countries where you want to go, and you would be heard as Vishav Guru. If you want to become Vishav Guru, you first become Guru in the places where you already have a sway. Maha Akhand Bharat is a dream that can be actualized, that can become a reality. While Akhand Bharat per se is absolutely a chimera and mirage. So choice is yours. The governments and the cultural organizations, they have to work in tandem to become as a supreme power in this world which can hold sway through intellectual capability, technology progress and cultural issues. These three have to combine, and then you can have Maha Akhand Bharat. Thank you.